Welcome to our show tonight.
Finally, sorry, it was my fault. Stuck in traffic.
Sometimes you get stuck in traffic and you can never find that. But it is September.
I gotta turn it all the way down.
Welcome to our show tonight.
Oh, yep, playback.
I gotta teach Rachel the ways of feedback.
We'll probably hit it here in a second too as we log on to ours. But it is September 11th. Today, a lot of, what happened 18 years ago. But Greg, did you want to say anything?
I think we have playback on this.
No, we don't.
Oh, it's this. Sorry.
It's yours. It's your phone.
So, thank you everybody for joining the show. Before we actually get ready with going with the show, we're just going to do a moment of silence, if everyone doesn't mind, please. So, we'll just start now. All right. Thank you, everybody, for doing that with us and joining us. So we're going to make this a happy, fun show and Disney show. We're going to Disneyfy everybody today. And we have DisLyfeOfOurs here with June and Rachel. So welcome to our show.
And don't forget, there's Brooklyn in the background. Hi, Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, we got Darth Vader and a stormtrooper in the background too.
Yeah, they're a little short, but yeah, that's that's them.
They look like Derick size to me.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to.
So it's our Disney show tonight, but we are next week. We are going to be going on a cruise on the 22nd. We are.
Oh my gosh, it's already coming up.
Coming
that
up.
fast.
Yep. So on the 21st, we're flying out and heading to New York, and then we're going on the NCL Escape. So
it's a very cool binder, I have to say.
This is a binder
that he did
that I kept talking about that I was going to do and
I
create.
tease him about it all the time.
We will talk about this on our next show because the next show will be a cruise show, and it's really just basically laying it out on what the cruise is going on. But we've been really busy. We've been kind of not so much active on YouTube and on like Facebook and some of our other social medias because we've been so focused on getting ready for the cruise. But this is a chance for us to, as the summer's ending, we have June and Rachel, which had an amazing summer, and we hopefully kicked it off for them because we were able to meet them on it was May 31st, I believe, when we met you when Disneyland had their opening at California Adventure for Galaxy's Edge. We were able to hang out with you, and we went to what was it called? Disney.
The Black Tap, right? Downtown Disney.
Tap, yeah, and we went to the Disney photo op thing. Pop up. Thank you. Yeah. So we did a video on that, and but since then, you guys, your summer has been amazing. You've been to Disneyland Resort twice. You've been to Walt Disney World and their opening of Galaxy's Edge. And Greg, you wanted to say something?
Well, before we get into that, let's go ahead, please, and introduce everybody on the show, or that's in the chat. We have DisLyfeOfOurs on our show, and we have Blaine 2007, Mike Wheeler, C-Mac, Robert from Life with Favor, Dance with the Goofy, Captain Acorn 27. Going through here. More sunshine, please. Jim, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Juan Rodriguez, hey Juan.
Wow.
Aaron. Troy Tricone. Through here. Pinup Pooh. Rose Merrill. And Ross. Ross. Sorry, I can't read. I've been looking at a screen all day today. Ross Merrill, and I think I'm caught up. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but welcome everybody to our show.
Yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. As I'm trying to get in here with
Troy said, have fun on your cruise next week. Well, it's not next week, it's the week.
Yeah, it is.
The cruise
Sunday. We sail out on a Sunday.
The week after next week.
No.
Yes. The week starts on a Sunday, and then you go from there. So we technically have another week. Anyway, thank you for saying have fun on our cruise. You're going to be so technical.
Two World Greek Geeks, welcome. Thank you for joining Katie Bird, who we met on the NCL Bliss. Thank you for joining us. Aloha. She is from Hawaii.
Yes, we don't want to experience any hurricanes, Adventures of David and Aaron. That's important.
Yes. And they just recently came back from the Carnival Horizon, so I'm looking forward to see the vlogs from them. So that will be very interesting on that.
We did have some bad weather on our very first cruise, which was a Disney Dream. It wasn't really bad. It was actually cool to see, Mother Nature at her best out in the open ocean. So, no. No? I liked it.
Welcome, AGC members.
It wasn't too bad, though. But we weren't rocking and rolling on it. It was just...
So the famous question that Juan is asking is, how many books are we going to smell today? So, Juan?
I'm not opening that door.
Hold on.
Yeah, they smell.
Y'all smell books?
Greg?
No, oh my God. I like old books, and I like the smell of old books. So now that I've said that on the last show, they tease me about it.
It's funny because I'll walk into the room and Greg like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
No.
But
does the book have to be a certain year, or I mean, like, is it more vintage if it's one year or the other? I mean, you privy.
I received another book, but it's not an old book.
He's a connoisseur of book smell.
I am not.
He can tell you within 2 years when it was published.
Everybody knows that they like the smell of an old book. I don't know. It's just different. Maybe I love it.
Exactly. It's a person.
If I could bottle the smell, I would. Just like the smell of the water on Pirates. I love the smell. I know it's like chlorine or whatever, but it just makes me think of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. Seaweed, or what is that? Mildew.
It smells good, whatever it is.
Jim asked if it's a cookbook, does it smell better?
It could. You never know. You splatter sauce or something on it.
That's awesome.
Katie, you like the smell of old books too? Oh no, you're right. I don't understand. I'm sorry.
I know what Greg means by
See, Katie Burr's with me. She likes the smell of old books.
I do know. I know what he's talking about. It does have a different kind of a musty old.
It's not
person
musty.
smell.
You're not any better. It is not a musty old person smell. You know what? It sounds really wrong on a lot of levels.
All right, but I digress.
Yeah. Hey, Nurse Nancy, welcome.
Welcome, Nurse Nancy. Thank you so much.
She's like, what did I walk into?
Yeah, I know. About smelling books.
Right. Book smelling contest.
So
oh my God, I totally misread that.
Oh no. So as we get back to the show, we're gonna actually, since it's a Disney show.
Yes, it is a Disney show. It's not about smelling books.
I have to get it set off. This might be the only time I wear this.
I thought you showed that. Oh, you're gonna actually wear it?
That's why I washed my head. I might wash my head.
I know so much about you too. In a span of 18 minutes.
Him. It's all him. I'm just gonna read the notes while you do whatever you're doing.
This is
you almost hit me with a box.
A collectible Disney hat. I saw a author, Christopher Lee, I believe his name is. I saw him wearing this, and I asked him about it. It is, and Rachel has one.
I'm there. I get mine. I know. Thank you so much. I love it.
That's beautiful.
It's gonna have the strap on it. So.
Hey, no other Disney World Fan 16.
But this is the only hat I've ever seen with Walt Disney on it, and I am a huge Walt Disney fan.
That's like a find. That's like a Disney treasure.
So Bear.
That's amazing.
I don't even want to touch mine. I think I need gloves to put it on.
Where's your white gloves like Pepper Tree Villa?
So I'm gonna leave this tag on it, and I'm just.
This is beautiful.
It really is.
Just the details, and look at the Steamboat Willie on that side. The original.
I don't even think I would wear it. That's like a non-wearing hat.
Yeah.
I know.
I'd put it on display in a glass case and say no touchy.
Yeah.
So
That's a good idea. put it in the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will probably be the only time you will see me wear it, which is why I don't want to remove these tags.
Well, that's like you stick
His name is chin strap.
the strap inside the hat and then put it on your head. That's what I do.
Liz Lemon.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a little better. It's still hanging out, but it's okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Hey,
is
Liz Lennon.
a major undertaking for me to find this hat, which I had discussed on a previous live show. So we
Yes,
won't
it
go
took
into
like
that.
4 stores and an hour later or something like that.
2 countries, 3 continents.
Okay, it's not Amazing Grace.
Oh, sorry. And so Liz Lennon is here. Hi, guys. Thank you.
This is awesome.
We love Liz.
Ha, Juan. Don't go smelling ebooks. They will shock your nose. Well, for me, I don't read ebooks really. I like an actual book in my hand. I can't really stand ebooks.
Welcome, Mickey Sightings. So, all right. So let's really discuss about D23. So, well, actually, we'll step back a little bit. Now, you guys had a chance to go to the grand opening of Galaxy's Edge
At Walt Disney World
and
and
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Which one was better?
Well, we'll get to that later. But
I want to know now.
what impressed you when you guys went to Galaxy's Edge? Like, was it well? Because they did the reservations. They did it all the way till about, I think, 2 weeks after the soft opening is what I like to call it, because you had to have reservations to get in there. How well was that organized, and did you guys find it enjoyable the way Disneyland did it?
Yes, Disneyland was awesome.
So that's not what he said.
Yes, he said, did you find it enjoyable at Disneyland?
No, he said, did you find it enjoyable the way Disneyland did? Which one you want to hear?
Either way, it works.
I like Disneyland.
So I'm gonna be frank, as frank as I can get, even though my name's Drew. Hello, Frank. It's an old airplane joke. But it was disastrous the way they opened that park in here. It was awful. I thought people were gonna get killed. Like it was like a stampede. There was no order.
Oh my
It
God.
was awful. It was. I mean, once we got in, it was fine. But the initial walkthrough, it was not organized at all. It was bad. It was awful.
Was it organized with Disneyland?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How did you organize it when you guys first went?
I don't hate to even give them props, but yeah, Disneyland. I guess that reservation system they have for hotel goers or attendees. Yeah, that was the reason why it was like it was kind of flawless. But the reservation system at Disney World did work later on after the opening. So later on during the day, when they started letting people funneling people in and out, it was fine then. But the initial rush when you first got in there, that was bad.
It was horrible.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Now, in Disneyland, didn't they guide you, like walked you through from an area into it?
Everybody was organized and nice.
They tried that here.
It
It was booyah, booyah, and they bum rushed me. It was bad. It was,
like the cast members here had to they were like, let them go, and they just stepped aside.
Yeah, and
because
I
it
found-
was like getting dangerous.
yeah, I found myself like in the corner, like
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. They were just like really rushing us. But it was once we got in, it was fine.
It was just, to me, it was too many people.
It was a lot of people.
Too many people. Like even when you went to the marketplace, it was just people. I'm like, oh my
It was
goodness.
crowded. I don't know how anyone really
Yeah.
enjoyed that first day.
You couldn't.
It was too much. It was way too much.
I don't think
California was a little bit more. It was a lot more organized.
And to me, the cast members were a lot friendlier. They giving you high fives and stuff. To me, that made my
Well,
whole entire summer.
The cast members weren't bad. You're saying the Imagineers when you first walked in.
When you first walked in and they're giving you high five, to me, that energy and what I felt, I didn't feel that here.
Because it was too many people.
It was horrible. Yeah.
I think the Imagineers were on trees like hell.
year.
You know what it reminded me of? No lie. Live action Lion King. And I know how Scar and that one scene with Mufasa and Scar, and there's a stampede going on.
Yeah.
Nobody saw the Lion King.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. So it was a mad rush.
One of the most tragic scenes in any Disney
It
movie.
was like that. And I was just surprised there was no Mufasa killing going on, but it was bad. It was awful.
Disney Nerd Herders asked Rachel, can you give us a close up of your ears?
Oh, mine?
Hey, let me try to get you on. The main.
Well, that's us.
Oopsie. Hold on. What am I doing?
Well, she's putting it up.
I know, but I'm trying. Now I'm making it them smaller.
Well, now you're just messing the whole
I'm
thing
messing
up.
up.
See what happens when you give him control of this. Those are awesome.
These are the Princess Leia ones.
Oh,
Here it
that's
is.
cool.
Yeah, those are
And
actually scenes.
and it says Hope.
Oh, that's cool.
There it is.
They come out October 4th. But if you went to D23, you were able to pick them up and meet her. So that was pretty awesome.
They almost look like cinnamon rolls.
They do. I said
Right.
the same thing. I'm like, now I just need a glass of milk.
Pepper Tree Village just came in.
Welcome, guys.
Hey,
Mickey Sightings, AGC Magic TV.
I
Happy
think we
New Year,
want
everybody.
Adventures.
What's up, everybody?
AGC Magic TV.
Oh,
Hello,
wow.
hello. Hey, Noah, what's going on?
Well, Adventures of David and Aaron had their cruise extended longer due to the hurricane.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
One
It's
thing which
nice,
is cool is
But
that
it's
with
the hurricane.
the disaster that happened there's so many different companies which are adding money to help
Well,
support.
Disney especially, they brought a whole ship full of supplies and stuff.
A lot of people have been.
So they're
cruise
really
lines.
helping everybody out.
Yeah, I mean, in the initial one, Carnival donated $2 million, Disney donated $1 million, and
Can we see your beautiful faces? I don't see you anymore.
here we go.
Thanks.
Oh, there we are.
Well, you're the stars of the show tonight.
No,
Sure, sure.
no.
I don't know about my face, but
Mhm.
everybody else's is nice.
Yes. Yeah. So it's cool the way when things happen, people come together to help each other out. So
Just like today. Just like today's
Did that
yeah, just like
Mhm.
years ago.
yes, and that's what I was thinking. I wish we could be like that all the time.
yeah, that would be nice. That would be
We can.
You
but-
can be that way. You have to choose to be.
right. That's true. That's true.
Exactly. But yeah. Well, I don't want to. I'll get too emotional if I talk about it. I've been doing enough
Supposed
emotional
to be
stuff
happy,
today.
fun
Yes,
Disney.
Exactly. Just never forget. Always
Yeah.
remember. What? So we'll go to D23
Oh,
because
Cargo,
we can.
hi Cargo.
Hey, Cargo. We can talk a little bit about Walt Disney World Galaxy's Edge. We can probably compare them a little bit better. Now, you guys were there for all 3 days, and you were sending out pictures. You sent me a picture, Rachel, and you guys waited in line on. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was D23 in Anaheim.
Right.
You guys were in line like at 2:00 on Thursday, right?
12 o'clock Thursday afternoon.
Thursday. Yeah.
Morning.
No, at night.
Isn't
in
it
the
in the morning?
afternoon. You guys.
Afternoon.
In the
So
afternoon.
afternoon.
I was in line. She was
I was at Target.
at Target
Shocking.
trying to get us rafts to sleep on. But yeah, I was in line since 12 o'clock, and it was hot, and we were on the side of the road. But we had fun because there was a lot of Disney folks around us, and we just talked Disney the whole time. So the time went by real fast. So it was pretty cool.
How far?
And it drug when you got in one hall and you just had to sit there
What did you do?
and just drug like
She just made up a word.
I did. It was just dragging out. I was like, oh, can we just please get to the at first, I mean, they made you think that you were gonna sleep in this hall that had carpet. And it
Right.
was like, yes, this is okay. No.
No.
They said we're gonna move you. When they moved us to concrete and ice.
So from let's say
She was in Arendelle.
they moved us downstairs what about 10 o'clock?
No, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning, they moved us downstairs. Yeah. So they moved us. We stayed in this holding pattern with carpet, which would have been fine.
Yeah.
But they moved us down around 1 in the morning to our place where we're going to be permanently until the panels, and it was freezing, and there was some conflict about if we can have inflatable beds or not.
Yeah.
So the policies was thrown around a little bit, so you had a lot of people upset at that. And then there was so when we were trying to get some rest or some sleep, there was a TV blast, and it kind of felt like we were in the IMAX.
Wow.
Yeah,
But you know what though? It still was
But it was
fun.
fun.
Because
It was
we
so-
were all just talking.
it was so much fun. Like it sounds miserable, but it was fun at
It
the same
was,
time.
it
It was
was.
so much fun.
It was.
I would do it again.
Yep, me too.
This was
Kids,
first
they
time
had-
you did that, right? First time you did D23?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So and the thing about D23, so the first day we went was that Friday it opened,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to the Legends panel because we slept the night before, and then after that we weren't really familiar with the structure of things and how things went. So I was kind of bummed the first day because we couldn't get reservations for anything except one show, and I think that was on a Saturday. So we couldn't get reservations. So I was bummed. We would get in line, and then we say, "Well, you don't have reservations, so you can't see this and you can't do this." And we were like, "Well, how are we going to enjoy this?" But when we came back the next day, we saw what we were supposed to do, and once we got the handle on what we were supposed to do, we had a time of our lives.
Yeah, because gold members actually really do get priority over people. Even if you had a reservation, they had a queue for gold members that had the membership.
But it wasn't just that; it was like the standby lines. We didn't know about the standby, so once you got a standby line, you also had a chance to be able to see some of the stuff that the people that had reservations, and we didn't know that. So on the first day, it was kind of like we didn't get to do anything. So I was like, I wouldn't do. Why would I do this? This is silly. I don't have reservations. I can't do anything. But we found out the next day that we could just stand in the standby lines, and we were good. We were good.
So we got to do everything.
We did everything. A lot of stuff.
We did all the panels. We did everything that we really wanted to do, plus some.
The movie, the live action / animators panel. If you get a chance to see that made the weekend. I could have left after that.
Yep.
I could have watched that and then went home.
And just who we got to see on stage, priceless. Like
you name them, they were there.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and they showed clips of like Frozen, like all the stuff that they haven't even shown on TV. They showed Maleficent. It was Angelina came out. It was like I thought I was gonna cry. I was so excited.
And to tell you how serious it was, they made us put our phones and our cameras in these bags and seal them up before we entered the hall. So yeah, it was serious.
You couldn't film it?
No, none of that. Not that panel.
YouTube. I've seen it on YouTube.
You didn't see the not the live action one.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, someone must have snuck it.
Right, I'm about to say, send me the link because I want to check it out again.
Yeah, they made us seal up everything.
Yeah, we had to put our phones in the bag, and
so you know what though?
They may have press there though. They
did have press there. Yeah, they did. But here's the thing: is it worth it to go do something illegally and then they know who you are, and then next time they have it, you can't come in? No thanks.
It might have been the press that released it on. Remember videos I thought of The Rock, and I think Angelina Jolie came out and they showed a whole panel of the Eternals and everything. So
yeah, it was probably press.
AG Big TV asked, did you end up in the area that was forgotten about? So did you guys hear about that?
No.
What area was that?
This was for the Legends. They this was on the opening day. They put, I think,
those gold member people.
Matthew and Lauren told us, right?
Yeah.
So they had them held in an area, and they forgot about them. So they never brought them
almost to the last minute
over, and somehow I don't know if someone said, "Hey, it's almost time. How come we're not moving?" I don't know how they found out about it, but the convention realized the people that were held for the Legends show never got moved over. So they had the theater filled up, plus these people that were waiting out line in forever, overnight, really, to get in there. Yeah.
Now that's not even.
We didn't have that problem. Yeah, we made some noise. Yeah. We didn't have that problem. We actually where we were probably
that
20th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
we were very, very we were there. We knew we were gonna have to wait, so it was fine.
And Ray got on Good Morning America.
Yeah, sure.
That was fun. I mean, it was very early. It was fun.
Did you find that as the days progressed that you really didn't maybe need to be there, like at 2:00 the next day?
No, you needed to be there.
Yeah, that was the best thing was to be there.
So to give you an example, Saturday we thought, well, maybe we go a little bit early in the morning. I mean, not so early in the morning. So we went around 5:00.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at 5, and everything was booked solid. So yeah, it paid to go early.
Yep.
It paid to go early.
Yep.
And then the next day we didn't have to spend the night, but we went like 2:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. We got there about 3. We got there at
3 in the morning,
mm-hmm.
and we were able to get in, but we didn't have those supreme seats that we had when we got there real early. So I would say maybe 12:00 in the evening, or 12:00 in the morning, or like 2:00 between 12 and 2 is a good time for you to go check it out. You don't have to spend the night.
Yeah.
But when we spent the night, we were in the front. Like we could, Robert Downey and all of those guys, we could see them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay. So you guys are gold members, right?
Yes.
So as a gold member, then, without any reservations, you just went into the gold member priority line.
So
Yeah, it was like a queue line, but they only have a certain amount of wristbands that they gave out for the gold members. So once they were out, that was it.
So you had to spend the night.
So really, if you wanted one, it was best just to go spend the night, get there, whatever.
But our seats was better than the people who had made reservations.
Yep.
So
and because believe me, I was really upset that we didn't have reservations, and I'm like, hold up, we are gold members, you know what I mean, and we couldn't get any. Yeah. Well, we got one.
We got one. And it was a coincidence. The only one we got was Blackish.
Oh, wow. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. But coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, we didn't get any. We were able to see the 50th anniversary panel as a guest, but we weren't really too impressed or enthused with it. It
wasn't what we expected.
The Muppet was cool, but everything else, we thought there was going to be more to it. Like, I have stuff saved on my Facebook that was more interesting than what I saw, like pictures of, like, how they do the robot or the animatronics and the behind the scenes and stuff. I have stuff saved. I thought they were going to show more of that kind of stuff, but they didn't. So.
Really tripping says.
Yeah.
They heard you snoring.
All right. Somebody moved that bear. But no, we had, like I said, the first day we didn't know what to expect. But that second day was amazing.
Right? Look at Rob says.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Rob.
But even when we spent the night, it was good because they had like coffee stands in there. They had a whole snack bar that was open the whole entire night. Yeah. So if you wanted something to eat, play games with people.
I wish you guys could have hung out with us for that because I think.
Yeah, you would have had fun because we were just playing games. And I actually watched, oh my gosh, I watched like 3 movies while they were all sleeping. Someone had to watch the bags because I'm like, we're in California. So let me hold my purse.
Did you guys pay for that snack bar? Because I saw it in there, but I thought it was for free. But I'm thinking they're not going to give free stuff to all these people.
It really wasn't that expensive. Like $4 for a big giant thing of fries. Coffee was like $2.50. You know, wasn't the best cup of Joe, but hey, it was better than nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And there's a secret. If you go outside, so you don't have to wait in the long lines for the bathroom. You can just go in the cut because you can always keep going back and forth because you have your wristband. So they give everyone bands so you can leave and come back. So that was good too.
That was one of my questions. If you're hungry or if you have to use the restroom, what do you do?
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of bathrooms in there. I found some outside ones because I wanted to like make sure we brushed our teeth, and I didn't want to do it in the bathroom where everyone was, going number 2.
And I don't know if everybody decided to go to the restroom at the same time, but around 8ish in the morning, I went to the bathroom and it sounded like 5 illuminations. Just everybody just rushed the bathroom at the same time. Like, bah, 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 so I heard, so it was nasty, but
you know what? People were going number 2, and I told you when you flush the toilet, it sprays 40 feet into the air.
Yeah, and that's why I would never brush my teeth in a place like that.
Yeah, that's
stuff
is
floating
people
around.
just flying around. Yeah, we ain't trying to.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something else. I'm nasty. I'm about to throw up. That's disgusting.
We had a few other people join us. I don't know if you said Disney World Adventure.
Yeah. Aloha to Disney just
Welcome.
Came in.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And Noah, the Disney World fan number 16. So welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us.
I'm surprised Jim didn't have a smart reaction to what we were just talking about, because he probably would have had a smart, funny joke to what we were saying.
Jim's hiding from us.
Our focus was a little bit different because we were only there for 1 day for D23. We went on Saturday. Jim from More Sunshine, please.
Yeah.
He hadn't been since he was 5 or 6.
He got a nice welcome when he went on Splash Mountain.
Yes.
Poor guy.
But he didn't even remember Disneyland from that time. And then our friend Chris, who also, when he's a Disney World cast member, he had never been to California. So we thought we would focus on the parks. So they flew in on Thursday. So we were at the parks, basically from opening to closing. Friday night, we were open to close in the parks. We didn't really want to just wipe them out completely by getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and sitting on the floor. So we just used it more of experiencing D23. and then having the rest of the time in the park. So I think we were able to spend enough time, but there's so much to see, even 2 parks. We didn't get to see everything that we had wanted to show them, but that just leaves it to next time. But I think we hit the major stuff, attractions. So our focus was on that. So we did things a little bit differently.
Jim said, bathroom humor requires a delicate balance I haven't mastered.
Hey, Bill.
Bill Southern, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's up, Miss Jill?
So what was your, when I remember, so those of you who might not know, D23 is a Disney convention where they have different panels and they announce different events going on. So you can choose different panels along the way. Now this year, for the first time, you were able to book online reservations. When they tried to do it on the Friday, the system shut down. So then they said, we're going to delay it an hour to try to enhance it. And an hour later, the system shut down again.
What happened?
No,
It's okay. 1 second.
Technical difficulty. Technical difficulty.
I don't know. Oops.
What did you do? Leave things alone. You're messing
So,
things up.
So
oh, wow. What the? That's awesome.
I wrote it all by myself.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Since I can't get a shirt, I made my own.
You can get a shirt. You can order it off of Amazon.
I went to Amazon.
That's what they gave him.
But thank you. That's cool.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
So they, on the Saturday, as I'm trying to get us back into, why can't I pull this back?
Shut off.
It's fine. It's like 76 degrees. It's cool.
We're gonna do stifling.
So the next day on Saturday, we were actually going to Disneyland, and we had to try to make reservations inside Disneyland Park. So there was Matthew and Lauren was with us. We had Bob and Ashley and us, and we were all trying to get on to reserve our reservations. After an hour and a half, we got nothing. We had no options at all.
Well, you and I didn't have any options.
Everyone else had a chance to get certain things. Jim, who was
our friend Chris was at his house doing
it. Jim was in Florida. He was able to get on. He basically, luckily, those guys were able to choose 2 panels that they could take an extra guest. So we were able to go in there with them.
Because we were waiting in line for the Disney store.
So, and as we were looking it up, I was thinking, if they showed you like a map of the place and they show you like where different things are housed, my image in my mind of what D23, the experience was going to be like, was actually different than what it was, because I was a little bit concerned when I don't think I have the D23 map in here, but when they kind of stage everything and they tell you this section is going to be like the Disney store, this section is going to be Marvel, this section is going to be the new Disney streaming thing. I thought it was just going to be huge different blocks, but then we found out they did actually have booths, and they had like the Marceline, which I moved everything around, so I don't know where I put everything, but I went to the Marceline Museum Family Farm, which was cool. This is where I saw the author that was wearing these hats. But when I first went in there, I was overwhelmed. It was like so much going on. You don't know where to look. You don't know where you should be going. What's the right way? Where am I located? But probably by a few hours, and especially after we went to our first panel, which was like at 11:30, I think, or 12:30.
Our only panel.
But ended up being our only panel.
For you and I,
because we were hunting for these hats, which was another story. But
it was a lost battle till the end.
I found it very enjoyable. And I liked the layout of it, and we got to meet some other YouTubers. We got to meet you guys there, so it was cool to see all the different YouTubers that were there. We talked to some.
I saw a lot of YouTubers that I mean, we didn't meet all of them, but we saw them in person. I didn't say anything to them because they were busy talking. I didn't want to interrupt them. So
we met Bob Gurr. We got our photo with him.
Pretty cool.
Who is one of the famous Disney Imagineers. So that was awesome. He autographed a photo print for us, so we're pretty excited.
He's a really nice guy.
But was D23 the way you guys thought?
Yeah.
I think because we did the Star Wars convention in Orlando before, so we kind of knew what a convention was going to be like. So it was what we expected. I mean, it was like you said, when you first looked, it was kind of overwhelming, like where everything was. But like an hour or so, I knew where the food stand was, and I knew where the Disney store was. I knew where the mark. So it was good. Hi, Byron.
And we didn't expect to like especially the store. Like since we didn't have reservations for the store, we didn't think we were going to get in there. And
no,
we were able to get in there, and the line went by like this, and it was pretty cool.
I think I waited in line maybe 20 minutes, if that. To get into the Disney store while he was waiting to meet Ashley. His line was longer than my line.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise I got out of that people. So I'm gonna give you a story. This is a true story. Somebody ran up to me, and they did this, and I said, "Sure, I'll take your picture." And they started laughing, and they said, "No, we want to take your picture." I'm like, "Oh, why?" And they're like, because we watch you all the time. I'm like, oh, wow, you guys watch us. So that was kind of funny to me that we got love. Like, we got a lot of love in California. Yeah. And I didn't expect, I was like, for real? And so that was kind of like eye-opening for me. And it kind of made it, my head was like this when I left it. But
in California.
But it was great. No, that was great.
Yeah.
Everything about it, once we got the system down, was fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Now you guys are gonna go obviously when it goes to Walt Disney World next.
2 years.
Yes.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
It'll be in Florida.
That's what we heard. It's gonna be.
When did that? I want to see that because it's always been in Anaheim.
That's what I thought too, and then I think
every 2 years it's been in California.
And they've done it in Japan. But
I thought they said it was going to be in Florida when we were at the convention. We'll be there.
Yeah. And the only bad thing is about that is we probably won't be able to do it because we're going to be on a cruise in the summer for Greg's birthday in Alaska. And then we have the 50th of
Walt Disney
World in October. Yeah. So if it's around the same time in August, there's no way we're going to be able to go.
But it's not always in August because 2 years ago was in July. So maybe they might even do something around the 50th to bring more people in. Mm-hmm. I mean, we never know because they really won't announce anything until like next year sometime.
That would be like a huge party if they combined the two together. I don't
know.
It might be madness.
It might be too much, and then they'll take concentration off.
But you heard what they said though. The party, it's going to be the 50th, and they're going to celebrate in all 4 parks.
Correct.
So it's going to be a celebration with all of them. So
that'd be worse than the option of Galaxy's Edge for them. They both combined them.
Yeah. We had some people join us at I don't know if we've said hello, Byron Chandler, which I know Rachel. He's always commenting TV. On your guys' videos. We had AGC Magic TV. RobFuz came in. You guys, he last year he came out with a video on 9/11 when he flew over.
I saw that.
Today
he redid it again.
That was great production, Rob. That was real nice.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, it's before 9/11 happened, and he was on. That's when they were allowed to fly planes through, and it's really emotional, especially with the music he chose. But it really just puts you into perspective. But if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, please check out that video. It's a really good video by RobFuz. Dances with Goofy. I think we've said hello to them. But welcome, guys. What would you guys do differently at D23 than what you did?
Or would you do anything differently?
Yeah. Well, we would do things better next time since we know what to do and what to expect. It would be a better experience, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely do everything we did again. And then maybe spend the night one more night, I'm thinking. Because we came in at 5 o'clock in the morning that time, and we should have been there earlier. We did, so it was a chance we could have missed that one panel, the live action. But I think just since we know the ins and outs, we would probably do just knowing what we know now. We would do it that way. Mm-hmm. So it'll be better for us next time.
Did you just have a lot of time to go into the parks?
Oh yeah, because we were there on vacation already the week before. We were there 9 nights.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we did the park, and then we ended up doing this.
Oh, you got the
they got the Flex Pass.
Cool.
So we're gonna have to go back to Cali now. We're gonna have to team up with you guys and go hang out.
Definitely.
How did your kids like the parks compared to Florida?
They liked it.
They liked it.
They were ready to move.
Yeah.
Like but it's because it was the new factor.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, there was things that I like about the park that we went the first time in May, and we really didn't get it. We only got on like one thing, right?
One ride on each park, and that
one
was
ride each park. This time we were able to, yeah, I know, but the time we were just
too fast.
But this time we were able to get on more, and there's some stuff I like. There are some things in DCA and Disneyland that are like better.
And the food is way better, man. Like I'm gonna tell you, I had so many corn from what was it?
So there's corn with hot Cheetos on it. You guys saw that before?
It is the best
I think it's called
corn ever.
Elotes, or I'm probably mispronouncing that. But it was corn, and it was hot Cheetos on it. And it was, when you first think of that, like, what are you thinking?
Mm.
When you eat it,
it's
delicious.
A vendor at downtown Disney, or was that in the park?
Is at the Cozy Cone.
Cars Land.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It was good. I had at least 6 corn.
Wow.
They have corn on the cob, I think, on the pier somewhere too. We never had corn on the cob there. At least I haven't. I don't think. Oh, Disney, let me get some corn on the cob. But,
Right.
But it's amazing. Whatever, like they use like a mayonnaise, like a mayonnaise lime sauce, and then you don't have to get Cheetos on it, but it even tasted better with the hot Cheetos on it.
Yeah, Greg,
delicious.
I got a problem with paying $6 for corn, but it was delicious. I'll do it.
my favorite vegetable, so I'm surprised I never had.
Is it a vegetable?
There.
He medically asked if they were, where would they hold it at if they did have the convention there at
At the convention center?
It would be at the Orlando Convention
Oh, yeah,
Center
for sure.
because it would have to be big enough to hold everybody, and they wouldn't separate them.
And Anaheim's Anaheim's bigger than the Orlando Convention Center.
That's why I'm like, I don't think they're ever moving it.
Is it close to the park?
It is. It's not walking distance, but it's
not walking
but
distance.
it's close. That's the convenience too. I love how close the convention center was to Disneyland. That was great. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ben from PTV2 or Pepper Tree Villa. So welcome, Ben. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, welcome. We'll have to find out for sure. I thought they announced it,
that's
but maybe
what,
things can change.
Matthew and Lauren, who are Disney cast members, they had said that they had announced that it was going to be in
Maybe they're trying something different. I don't know.
That'd be nice. I'd love it. I'll be there. I'm gonna be there for sure. If I'm alive, I'll be there.
What did you guys get while you're at D23?
Okay.
I think the question is,
Or some of your favorite things.
Look how cute these little Dapper Dans are.
Oh, that's cool. The Funkos.
Let me put it on so you guys. There you go. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Never take those out of the box.
never, and I don't do that. I don't do that.
They were so cute. And then we have Ursula.
Did you see the posters?
Awesome.
I know, but you were showing the posters.
Hold on. Oh, they're on the couch. What's her name again?
I got
Right.
the box either.
Right.
Nah, and then this is the one that they gave all D23 members. I didn't even take it out yet. All right.
You have to.
You guys get one of these?
We did not.
No.
You guys should put that in a nice frame.
Yeah, because I didn't even look at it yet.
Well, that's your
nice.
free gift that you got, right? From
We're being a gold member, right?
Yes.
yeah. We went through Jim, so Jim, we got extra tickets because of Jim being the gold member, so we weren't able to pick one up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Did you get
We got at the live action panel. They handed out to people. Actually, even the parks panel, they held out. They gave out a $10 Target gift card with the pin, right?
With the Avengers pen.
So in the panel, you got this with a $10 Target gift card.
Yeah, and somebody was lucky enough to get a $2,500 Target gift card. Or 23, yeah. Because you guys know now some Targets will have a official Disney store in them.
Pop-up store.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm showing the posters.
Yeah, so they told us that, which is exciting because I just heard that our Target is going to actually have a Disney store in on the couch, right? You're going to unpack the posters.
I know Target and Disney got together with a new deal, so they're supposed to have a lot of cool merchandise coming out. And they had some Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary stuff, and the picture I saw, like everything was gone. Like there was hardly anything left.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a 3-pack in there. They're really cute.
Yeah, that was hard to get because a lot of people were in there taking advantage of that. So there's one more thing I want to show.
I got two of them. Oh, what's that? There's two, but there's two. I know, because I have this, because I did it.
Well, frozen.
Wait,
So if you
come here,
attended
Ray.
the
Right here.
if you attended the live action panel, you got this 3 posters.
That's awesome.
And then this one is awesome.
This is my favorite.
You see his face on the shadow? Hold on. Hold on. Can you guys see his eyes at the top of the poster?
Oh yeah, that's the Sith Lord.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know too much about that movie. I don't want to know, but
And then this one, the new one that's coming out.
I want to see that one too. That looks really good.
Yeah, so they had the actors come out. It was awesome.
Tom Holland and I mean, you name them.
Chris
They were in that
Pratt.
movie. Chris Pratt was there.
Pretty nice, huh? But it was cool.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't know too much about any of those 3 movies. I don't want to. I just want to see it and be surprised.
I know. I'm not watching any more trailers for
For any of them, really.
for anything. I'm not. I'll put my head down or whatever I have to do. I'm not watching.
Yeah.
So you guys,
Is it that time again?
I think it's that time.
And I have no idea who it is, so we'll all be surprised.
Yes. Today we're actually going to do something a little bit different.
Oh boy.
We're going to do, instead of a spotlight channel, because if you guys are new to us, we like to do a spotlight channel. We've actually had 20 different spotlight channels that we like to, for some reason, that we like to.
Wow.
We like to talk about and let them know what they mean for us. Not
For a
some reason.
very good reason, everybody.
Yes. Today we're going to do something a little bit differently. We are going to do a super explorer, if you want to call it. We're going to do a subscriber to us who's has a non-channel. It's going to be Danny McGlone.
Oh,
So Danny McGlone. It's really interesting with YouTube how you can create friendships. I mean, you guys are a classic example.
Yeah.
And I think back of you guys. The first time I saw you, it was at the opening of the story in Walt Disney World, and I saw you on. There was a young girl. I can't even remember her name anymore, but she had a channel.
Theme park kid.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And you gave her a fast pass.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's cool.
And from that, now we have like a really good friendship with you, and it's amazing how you can grow friendships over time.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best thing of YouTube.
Yeah. For sure.
Is the same thing. He lives in New York, and we're actually going to meet him. He's going to be our tour guide, as well as some other people are going to meet up on Saturday night on the 21st when we go to New York.
I still can't fathom that's happening already.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
I think about it, then I forget about it. I'm like, oh, is that this week?
And
It's crazy. I just can't think about it.
it's the lives of what people leave, and you coming into contact with them. Like, for example, he was there when 9/11 happened, and I don't want to share so much of his story, but just what he was telling me and he was sharing, and it really kind of, you realize how big events can touch different people. For him, today was a very emotional, as it is for all of us, but even more so for him because he was heading into Manhattan Island the day that it happened. So, Danny McGlone, thank you for your support. You've been a huge supporter of our channel. You are one of our moderators, and you are a very first, if you want to call it, super explorer. So, Danny McGlone, you guys.
And thank you everybody for your support and watching our show as your nice hat
Not my
falls.
Mickey ears.
We appreciate everybody for
We do.
watching our
We
show.
definitely
so
do.
thank
Yes.
you.
And okay, guys. So, questions for you about. Now we can talk about Galaxy's Edge, and for some reason I can't match my hat. Right.
Wow.
I'm having issues.
Wow. And you're oh my god.
So Galaxy's Edge. Compare Disneyland versus Walt Disney World, and is there differences? And just impressions of the two different lands. Are they identical? Because I heard they're almost identical.
They look a lot alike. I saw small differences. They look a lot alike. One of the differences I'm sure Rachel's very fond of is the blue milk. You can get liquor. And the blue milk you could get
And it tastes way better.
rum and tequila, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Rum in one of them. Which one do you guys like the best? You guys like the blue? Yeah. So the blue you get the rum, and the green you get tequila. I like them both.
She had them both.
At like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Can you not type?
No, I can't. Juan Rodriguez, he's heading out. Thank you.
Have fun.
He's going to hot yoga now. So he watched D&G Explorers, and it gets him all prepped up for yoga.
What's hot yoga? Is there a difference between hot? Is it like a lukewarm yoga?
I have no idea.
You do it in a very hot room, so you sweat out.
Oh no!
Oh,
yeah, I just live in Florida. You don't even need that.
Yeah,
That's too much.
Walk out the door.
I like the blue milk the best. So with a little bit of rum, that sounds pretty good actually.
Yeah, so that was cool. But the majority of it looked the same. I don't know about the exits.
I couldn't tell. It was too many people.
There was a lot of, but yeah, the traffic and the foot traffic for the first day was insane. Insane. The ride felt the same. But this time I was an engineer. Both other times I was a pilot. And I can tell you now, the pilot experience is way better than the engineer experience. Actually, when I first walked on there, they handed me a plunger. I'm like, I don't, like, what is it? And they said, you're the plumber. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
I like the pilot and the weaponry part.
Yeah.
I haven't done the engineer yet. I don't know if I guess just to experience it, but
yeah, and that's what I wanted to do, just be able to experience all of the jobs. But
like,
I wasn't too fun. You know, they gave me a squeegee, and I'm like, what you want me to do?
David Aaron says a new show concept, yoga with D&G Explorers.
Yeah. That'll go wrong.
Putting ourselves in compromising positions on good.
Please stop.
And I am having issues by looking at the camera and trying to get this all set up right. Okay. What did I'm trying to think how to word this.
I was afraid I was
because it's warm in here with all the lights on.
Because I think you have more light than I do. I digress.
Oh gosh. Squirrel moment. Sorry. Which was there any like preference in terms of, did you like Disneyland better than Walt Disney World? Was that much of a difference between it? I mean, I know obviously it's kind of hard to tell with having more people in it that can take away the
right. The south side of Batu is a lot more foot heavy, but other than that, the experience was kind of the same. It felt like California, but it's a lot more humid and a lot hotter. But it felt like the same land. Mm-hmm. They were just as immersive here as they were in California. Yeah. So.
Well, then our bathroom at Galaxy's Edge had sound effects. Did you guys have sound effects too?
That was from a person that had issues when he was leaving.
Oh, I meant.
It sounded like fireworks.
I meant Star Wars sound effects.
Oh, I thought you meant. Like
I knew that probably coming out right or wrong.
What I do like, you guys can see the fireworks from Batu in California. Mm-hmm. We can't. There's no fireworks. So that was kind of cool that you can see the Disneyland fireworks from.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah,
we didn't have that.
Not yet. They probably will. Huh?
Just make it up.
I am.
So does Hollywood Studios seem just like a Star Wars land, basically mixed in with a couple other random things?
That day, I mean, obviously open that day, but that day it was nothing else had lines. Everybody was in Star Wars land, so you can pretty much walk on and walk off of everything that you wanted to. I'm not sure. I haven't really been since then, and I'm curious to see how traffic is once it's died down a little bit. So
yeah.
Thank you, AJC Magic TV. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. So how does the flow? Because like in California, we think it's odd that they have Tomorrowland with Star Tours, and then they have the overlay of Hyperspace Mountain,
right.
And then in a completely different area, we have Galaxy's Edge. With the existing Star Tours ride, does it have a better flow, or because
that's what you're saying? It has a better flow because it's Star Tours, and then you're going into Galaxy's Edge.
But this is where it gets weird. I'm glad you brought that up. You walk out of Batu and you see Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, they got Slinky Dog.
Muppets.
Like, where am I? So you walk right out of Batu and Toy Story Land is like right smack right there. So that was kind of weird. That's kind of like But,
so it doesn't like fit, like when you go through the tunnel in ours, it kind of like blends in from Batu into Frontierland. Your guys just goes Galaxy's Edge into
right. It's like Galaxy's Edge and You Got a Friend in Me. 2 steps like
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
no
It was
transition part. That's
What
wow.
about the other entrance where the Muppets is that where that's the other doorway, right? There's like that little street with has the
Mhm. And then that's where Star Tours is.
Right, but see that's weird too. It's like Star Wars and then the Muppets. Like right outside of the gate is the Muppets. That's not a good blend of like this. Like you walk out of yours, I think Adventureland, or is it Frontierland or something that's right there. So it's still woodish looking. It still kind of looks like you're in a land almost. This one is
Yeah, they didn't do a really good
it's like
because
it's like a fountain with Miss Piggy.
Because as soon as, and actually it wasn't even 2 entrances into it. It was only one because it was an exit to Toy Story Land. You can only exit out that way. And they said once you left,
so you can't walk in through Toy Story Land. You can't walk in to Batu from Toy Story Land. You can only leave.
But maybe that could have been because it was opening day. We haven't been back since.
Maybe.
that might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was.
Did they have any different merchandise in Walt Disney World than they did in Disneyland?
I think some of the day one items may have been a little bit different. Were the pins any different? We weren't able to get any of the pins in California because we weren't half on so we couldn't get any of the pins, but we got some pins. Yeah, I think there was a Funko that we had, Hondo. I'm not sure if you guys had the Hondo Funko Pop. Hondo, we had that. We had that here. I know we had that for sure. But that's the only thing that I can remember that was different. But most of this, like I said, it was almost like an exact replica. Another thing that was strange is inside of Hollywood Studios, there's a shop where they sell all the Galaxy's Edge stuff. It's not, I'm thinking that should be inside. Yeah. But that's like on the main strip of Hollywood Studios. That's kind of weird. But I don't know if they had anywhere else to put it, or it would have felt kind of weird being anywhere else. So Hollywood Studios definitely feels different now.
Does it feel like a full park again, or does it still feel like something?
The last time I went on, it was that day, and it was to the wall. It was to the wall pack. So it was a much needed attraction, in my opinion, at that park. It was missing something. It needed something.
Yeah.
And
Favorite park for Walt Disney World, actually.
Me too. Mine too.
Even with Galaxy's Edge, I mean, I'd like to see what your guys' is like, but I still think I'm gonna be leaning towards, okay, well, we did that, but it's not my favorite. I mean, I like the Hollywood part of it, but even that, is small. So
it's really away from the studio approach, a working studio approach, like it was back when it first opened.
Yeah.
Right.
I
like that aspect of it. I miss that aspect of it. The behind the scenes for movies. That's what I like about the other park that we won't make mention of. But it used to be where it was like you felt like you were a part of the movie. And at Disney, you thought you were a part of the backstage antics, but now that's kind of like they're veering away from that. So I don't like that aspect of it, but I do still like that. I do like the new stuff.
They used to film the Mickey Mouse Club there, the ones that had like Britney Spears and that whole group of ones that became a lot of famous actors and that.
Which building?
It was it was part of the backstage tour that used to walk along it. And I remember Hollywood Studios, and I remember walking along the top, and you could see the window down there. And there was, I can't remember his name, but he wasn't a huge Mouseketeer. He didn't become onto other things like some of the other ones became really famous. But I thought it was cool that you could actually see the Mickey Mouse Club that they filmed there.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome. That's the part that I missed. I like feeling like I'm immersed inside of it. So that's why Hollywood Studios is one of my favorites.
Jim said Hollywood Studios will be complete with Mickey's Runaway Railway and the revamped Indiana show.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge too. I mean, I'm not a fan, like I said, of the animation, but I think the attraction is gonna be great. But the animation, it's taking me some time to get used to.
I still like the animation.
Yeah, if they revamp Indiana Jones to make it more, I don't know how they're gonna make that current.
I love Indiana Jones.
But I mean, if they revamp that, that's huge for that part. That's huge.
And then the Rock and Roller Coaster, them changing the theme on that.
They need to change the theme. It's getting old, I think.
Once I got on Incredicoaster, I was like, yeah, I need to do some different.
Turn your guys' into like an Indiana Jones roller coaster because that's still Hollywood, and they can give you an Indiana Jones type ride. I don't know how to do that, but they could.
The same with the Guardians of the Galaxies.
That was awesome.
The way they revamped that.
Oh, that was so fun.
You guys got a lot of good things in there.
Oh, my favorite though, Cars.
Cars Land.
Cars Land, just getting on that, I'm just like, why couldn't they do Test Track like that? Because Test Track to me is like,
I think you guys win in the theming category.
yeah.
When you guys theme the parks theme to the movies and whatnot,
Yep.
and you have the attractions that fit. I think you guys win in that category, like immensely. I think we can take some chapters out of you guys' book. I still love Disney World better.
It's hard. I mean, but do you guys? I'm surprised how Disneyland resort runs things, and how Walt Disney World run things, like from booking, making reservations, fast passes.
Yeah,
It's all a completely different company.
The way you guys do fast passes, I love it way better because as soon as you get on that ride, you're making the next one.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I was just like, this is awesome because we just did the fast pass the whole entire time because that's what we end up getting on our tickets was that and like the downloads or something pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay for
able,
it, but it was worth it.
Yeah,
it
was awesome.
Yeah.
Because we had the whole time we had fast passes, we were just making them.
Yeah, Jim, I agree. That Incredicoaster is something else, man. That's probably the best attraction in either parks, truthfully.
I was very disappointed when it went from California Screaming to the Incredicoaster. So
Really?
when they announced it,
Before
and
you got on it,
I thought, well, that's really cheesy that they're paying the Incredibles up in there. And then
it was fun.
and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Tower of Terror and going on the Guardians.
That's like a giant block party on that ride.
That's the same thing. We were disappointed the Tower of Terror was going, but when when we actually rode the Guardians,
Guardians to me is so much better than Tower of Terror.
I didn't know how to.
theme.
I didn't watch any YouTube videos on it or anything when I got on there, so I wanted to be totally surprised, and that was amazing. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing. All of it, most of the stuff they had in there. Was,
I just don't want you guys to have your Terror change. Somebody was live the other day, and they actually went on the ride, and it was like the audience was on there with him. I forgot who it was, but I just thought I haven't seen this in a long time, and I just like how it goes off the track and out the hallway, and then goes into the other, the shaft area for the elevator, and then you start your ride, and that's really cool. Ours didn't do that, so I hope you guys this doesn't change.
I gotta disagree.
I think it's very important that the two resorts keep their separate identities because Walt Disney World has so much more to offer in terms of
original
theme
stuff
parks,
too.
different things to do. In addition to that, how many different resorts, like hotel resorts they have, water parks. Disneyland can't compete with that. And if Disneyland, if Walt Disney World gets the same attractions Disneyland has, then why even visit?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it makes a good reason to travel and do different parks around the world.
I was scared to fly. Like I mean, she dragged me on a plane the first time. I was like, I'm petrified to fly. Like Mr. T petrified. You get me on the plane, Hannibal. Like I mean, exactly like that. But once I win, I'm like, I gotta come back here. I have to come back here. So
I do like how Disneyland is really. It seems like it's smaller. Everything is closer together, and I like how intimate that felt. Like it was like I didn't have to walk 5 billion miles to get to something. But one thing I did not like, what was that, Matterhorn? I'll never get on there again.
The Matterhorn. We went to the chiropractor.
Yeah. I was like, wow, my body has never been thrown like that in so long. I was like, what is this?
And I'm almost 100% sure my ribs touched.
Oh my God. It wasn't that bad.
It was
bad.
so rough. I was like,
bad.
whoa. Yeah, it was
rough.
There's a lot of history behind that attraction, being the first steel
and it smells good
roller
inside
coaster. So there's, but for the most part, I don't. It's pretty rare. Like I'll ride it like once every year, every 2 years. I won't go on it if I don't have to. But saying that, I really like how they redid and put the newer Yeti in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the old Yeti in the Galaxy's Edge tower ride.
Not Galaxy's Edge, Guardians.
Or you know what I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, blah, blah. It's over on the side with all the other antique stuff, so it's pretty cool.
It's a good ride. It's just I have to be a lot. I wasn't expecting to have my spine realigned when I got, but it's a fun ride though. I mean, if I was a lot younger, I would get on that all the time for sure.
And we went one night. It was like really late, and we saw the electrical parade.
Yep.
And then we went and hit like 5 rides,
like back to back. Just walk right on all of it.
We did Dumbo,
awesome.
Peter Pan. Now Snow White is creepy, and you guys could have told me I was gonna be scared.
Yeah,
on
like
Snow
what
White.
in the world was that about? Like,
That's a very dark ride.
I like that ride though.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It
we
was just
did
we wasn't
all of
expecting it. We were like, yo, what in the world? What just happened? You're sleeping in the bed with me tonight.
That's the best time to hit the Fantasylands ride, unless
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And there's so much that we
And
still,
there's so much that we didn't even get to experience, but we want to save it for a next time.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely going to come back. So
maybe you guys can join us.
Yeah,
There you
that'd
go.
be cool.
Definitely.
The witch on Snow White used to be a lot scarier, like years ago before they redid Fantasyland. So she just looked. It was more. I don't know what the word is, but it was more traumatizing the way she looked for kids.
Yeah, it was.
I guess it's still traumatizing for you.
The funny thing is, we went in Haunted Mansion, and I don't know why I looked up. I looked up and I saw a lady like hanging from the roof in the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you know when you're in that window and they say, welcome mortals, and the window stretch or the wall stretch.
Yeah.
And the person that hangs, y'all don't know that that's a thing? You
Yeah.
know the lady that hangs? I didn't know that was a thing. Rachel says we have that.
Yeah, I just saw it the other day.
And I did not know, and I've been on that multiple times. I did not know because I guess I never looked up.
Yeah, you just don't look up.
And Rachel's so tall, so Rachel's probably like eye to eye with the lady.
I'm trying to help her.
But yeah, I didn't realize that. But that was great too.
If you ever get to go to Disneyland during the holidays, and you'll get to see what else is up there. I don't know if you've seen videos of it, but I won't tell you. When you see the Nightmare Before Christmas layover, that's pretty cool. I love that layover.
So you can get good layovers.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Like I really wish that we could actually do the Oogie Boogie Bash, but
that would be so good.
we are going on a Disney cruise next month.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
We're going to fantasy.
Yes, so we can't go back out to California. I won't have a job if I got back to Florida. Too many vacations, but yes.
Welcome, Arving, to Disney. Thank you for joining.
That's our friend, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jim says, I'm not sure, but I think the Yeti in the Matterhorn ride was a chiropractor.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And I don't think my insurance was accepted there either. So
It was really bad. But you know what though, Disney, I'm telling you, like the weather and the food.
and just knowing that's where Walt walked, I think that like, I felt that spirit almost in my inside of me. And I had a friend of mine, Hey Howdy Hey, he showed me the lamp that was burning. He showed me the spike in the middle of the ground that was supposed to make everything like right up the middle, or whatever that was about. So he showed a lot of history. It was great. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had a great. That was one of the best. I can honestly tell you that was one of the best times that I've had in my life. I can say.
Yeah.
In my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The weather was
so cool. Because when we were hanging out with the Walt Disney World park regulars, we just some of the little comments that were made that we take for granted, like eating outside at like the Plantation, are one of our favorite restaurants. This place in
It's not called a Plantation
Plaza
Inn.
Inn. Plaza Inn. It's right on the hub, and one of the best.
Plantation.
It's the Plaza Inn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even want to comment on that.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
on the Plantation.
It's not a plantation.
I ain't nobody's plantation, right?
They have the Plantation Gardens. They have that. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Nicole, you are gonna love Disneyland. You have to go. Road tripping with the Roots.
Oh, I was gonna say, you see anybody on there?
Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. The Walt factor was huge. That was.
And I like that. Hey, Howdy Hey gave us a little knowledge too, a little bit more. He was like, and I'm like, oh, I got to touch where I want to touch this.
Yeah. So Ray wanted to touch where Walt touched, and some of it didn't sound right. So I was like, that's nasty, right? It don't be. So
Jim wanted to characters in the Disneyland Small World to be in Walt Disney World. That'd be cool if you guys got that. But that's like another little thing that we have and the other park doesn't have. So it's another reason.
It's a Small World.
Yeah.
We didn't even go back there to any of that, like where Roger Rabbit was.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
So we're gonna, so we're definitely we're coming back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Whole lot of things to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be back for sure.
And even the kids said the same thing. They didn't want to do everything, like rush and do everything. So
Right.
let's come back. I'm like, it's true. I mean, my family lives there, so we got to go back.
Not for that. We'll go
Mom, we're going
the
back to
park.
visit you,
We'll
Mom.
come back for the park. We ain't go back to see your people.
He's lying.
It is cozy. That's a good way to put it. It's cozy.
Mhm.
That's what it felt. It felt cozy.
It is.
It did.
Yeah, especially when you go from one park in like Magic Kingdom and then come to Disneyland.
Sure.
Notice that size because we've done that before when we went there. And Disney, the Magic Kingdom is it's taller,
Right.
it's spread out. And then when you go
the
into like Main Street is my first impressions. The buildings are taller.
Yeah.
And we don't notice it so much because we see Disneyland so much. But when like these guys come over, they notice how the buildings are. The castle obviously is,
Miniature.
but yeah, ours is kind of
Small.
but,
The original.
but the scale of Main Street matches the scale of the castle
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
in Walt Disney World. So your buildings are taller because your
Mhm.
castle is
People
taller.
were a lot shorter back in the 30s, in the 40s, and 50s. That's not it. But I also like that we were able to walk in that castle too. That was great. That
Yes,
was awesome.
that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
You guys can't do that in yours.
No.
Yeah, you can walk in there if
I
you
mean,
want to.
well,
Security.
there's a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
You can go up in there. I mean, there's a restaurant. Bippity Boppity Boo Boutique is in there,
But not walk
really.
around and have like Sleeping Beauty and stuff like that. That was
No,
great.
looking through those little things,
That
and
was
they jumping
great.
at you.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was great.
Yeah. We gotta go
So
back.
there's pros and cons with both. I still, like I said, Walt Disney. Maybe I'm biased because I live here, but there's a lot of great things in California. There's a lot of great things at Disneyland and DCA, which I wish we had like something close to kind of compare it to, and we don't. So,
Mhm.
but we also have our own,
Yeah,
you know.
I still love Disney
Yeah,
World.
for sure.
I mean, the only thing I don't like is the 2 hours it takes to get to Magic Kingdom from your car.
Right.
But
That's true.
other than that, hey, I'm a Disney World girl.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
but
and then I'm actually looking forward to Epcot.
I'm
The
looking
whole
forward.
rebuild of Epcot. Yeah, I am.
So
I'm
when
looking forward. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
when it goes to parks, not resorts, Disneyland is my favorite, and then I go to Epcot. That would be my second, and then California Adventures, probably because we're closer to California and we have more that has more impact for us. But it's hard to choose one over the other because
It
they're
is.
different.
It's
Yeah.
two different entities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, hands down, that Cheeto corn, y'all win on.
You guys
Win,
have to
y'all winning
have
with that. You guys are winning with that.
You're gonna make me have to try it when we go.
And I don't like
Right.
Cheetos either, so I don't know.
Go get it without the Cheetos.
You don't have to get hot Cheetos. You
Yeah,
can get it.
it is amazing.
It is really
I
good.
mean, it's amazing.
It's so good. I wanted to like come home and boil ears of corn and throw them in the bag of Cheetos, shake them around and do it myself. That's how good it is. That's good. I'm sure it won't taste the same, but that's good.
Did you guys try the mac and cheese inside the
Oh yeah.
I had bacon, no bacon for
Oh,
him.
yeah.
We
It
had
was
that.
Amazing.
Yep.
It was amazing.
I loved going from our hotel. We would always go cut through Disney, downtown Disney, and then go through that other hotel. What was it?
Grand California.
Grand California. So that was cool. We found all kinds of little shortcuts and stuff. So that was pretty cool. That was awesome.
Nicole says she likes Epcot. I know why you like Epcot, Nicole.
You guys have to try it.
Yeah, elote. There it is. The elote. Is it elote? I don't know if I'm pronouncing. I'm probably murdering the pronunciation. Elote or is it elote? But it's good. It's good.
It is.
And then one of the cool things that they also have is during the holiday season, at least they did 2 years ago, they have a spicy one. So the cone
Oh, that
Which
was
is
when
like
it was
the
a
bread,
that
it's
was when it was
black.
black for Halloween.
and then
Oh,
spicy mac and cheese. So it burns going in,
Oh my god.
it burns going out. But that's another story. We
What?
won't go in there.
There you go, Jim. That bathroom humor you wanted, boom, right there.
get 'em.
There you go.
A video about that for us.
Make people sick.
Yes, you guys definitely have to try it. It's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back to try some of the stuff that we didn't do. I mean, like I said, the offerings were just.
Hi, Rachel.
We were overwhelmed by some of the stuff.
Aw. How are you?
Hey, Rachel. So,
Rachel, we coined her as our mini explorer. So welcome for joining us. Yeah, she's awesome. So you guys,
Ben's like,
if you guys are creators, we normally like to do it when we do our spotlight channel, but please put that your creators in here. I know we're getting ready to wrap it up. Please support everyone. JB loves Disney.
JB.
What's up, JB?
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday. Her birthday's on Friday, guys.
Oh, happy birthday, Greg.
I said that together, Jinx.
Start singing, Greg.
What?
We finish each other's sandwiches.
Share. Do your share.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But anything else you guys want to like talk about the difference between Disneyland and California
or any other news you might have about Disney?
Oh, we forgot. I'm sorry, Rachel. The fun.
Oh yeah. So we are doing a fundraiser on September 28th. I almost forgot. And it's for Give Kids the World. And it's basically it's kind of like it's a resort where they have families come in, and it's for like children who are terminally ill, and they come and they get to experience like Disney, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Universal, and all that. They get like a week stay. It's a really big, huge thing. We'll have more information on the fundraiser coming up. Yeah. But we would love for everyone to join. It's going to be basically a 16 to 24-hour marathon.
Not just us.
Not just us. Right. Yeah, you don't want to look at us that
There's a
long.
bunch of there's some YouTubers from out here from Walt Disney World. Actually, California, Paris. Yep. Disneyland Paris. They're going to be in SeaWorld. They're going to be like at.
So like a lot of theme parks it's gonna be everywhere. So it'll be California vloggers. It'll be Florida, Paris. So it'll be everywhere, and it's for a really good cause. And I would love for everyone just to log on, say hi, leave a donation. Because it's all for the children.
It's for a good cause. It's for a real good cause. We'll post that on our social media sites and stuff. The links and what days and hours and times and whatnot. And
yes.
We would appreciate if you guys come on, take a look and join us and just have some fun, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some fun.
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And it's like I said, it's for a good cause.
Yes. So that's Saturday the 28th.
Yes, September 28th.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward.
It's magic. It's gonna be the Magic Streamdom.
Yes,
Magic Streamdom.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. So it's gonna be huge.
Being held at?
It's gonna be held at all the parks.
Yeah, so I think we're going to be at Epcot maybe, and there's going to be some folks at Magic Kingdom. There's going to be a Disneyland Paris. There's going to be somebody there's going to be some people at SeaWorld. So we're going to try to cover the majority. We're not going to get them all. Japan ain't there, and
maybe I don't know.
Disney World Africa ain't there. But no, so we're going to try and hit the majority of the parks. But like I said, there's a lot of people involved, and it's going to be good. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a good time. I'm ready to do it. So we hope everybody joins us, because it's like I said,
Welcome, Cindy Romulus.
Hey,
Cynthia. I'll see you this week, girl. Friday. Yeah, they're going on a cruise. They're doing land to sea, so they'll go here and then going on a Disney cruise.
They doing the Dream?
Cindy, are you doing the Dream? Hey, Holly.
Cindy's like, don't put me on the spot.
See, Holly and JB, they'll be able to give us more information too.
Hey, Holly.
Hello, Holly Hampton. Thank you for joining us. Jim, thank you for putting our D&G Explorer shirts in there. We didn't do a chat check in there, so chat check.
We were doing a lot of chat
throughout.
checks.
This is Jim from More Sunshine. Please, you guys, all of our mods, all the channels in there, please check their channels out and subscribe to them.
Yes, she's going on the Dream, so she'll be here, and then they'll go on the Dream the next day.
That's awesome.
That was our first Disney cruise we went on, and that so far is still our favorite.
It was only
Disney
3 days, and we wanted more when we're done.
That was ours too. It was only for 4 days, but we're gonna have to hit the Dream again. But I'm looking forward to Wish.
Wishes.
Oh yeah.
Disney Wish. Disney Wish.
Wishes.
Wish. Disney Wish. What's the new cruise? What's the ship?
Disney. Is it Wish?
Wish.
That's gonna be awesome.
I think it's Wish.
Disney Wish.
Yeah.
And that's going to sail in, the first cruise is going to be January of 2022. So that'll be exciting.
So we got time to save up.
I thought they said 2021.
It's going to launch 2021 at late 2021, but the very first cruise will be in 2022 in January.
Got you. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, and we are going on the Disney Fantasy in February. So when
Right.
the Buffalo Bills are in the Super Bowl,
Oh
we get
yes.
to watch them.
Did y'all win the other day?
We
You
did.
did.
At 1 point, right?
By 1 point.
It
Yeah.
was.
Win one game. One game.
That's right. But we were undefeated in preseason, and you know how preseason counts. We haven't lost this year. 5-0.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh, she's going on the fantasy, she said.
Who is?
Okay.
Cindy?
Cynthia, yes.
It's the Disney wish. Yeah. So we are looking forward to going on the fantasy on that. So
So you've never been on the fantasy?
no,
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
we've been on the Dream and the Magic,
Yeah.
and we're looking forward to
Fantasy's
going.
the one we really wanted. We really are looking forward to
Yeah.
do. We had to keep pushing it back for different reasons, and then
Forward, back.
and then this time it was either we're gonna go or we're not gonna go. If we're not gonna go, then it's gonna be a while. So we're trying to make it work.
So hopefully we can do one of those together. That would be great.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
But
In the future.
like 11 days, we're going on the NCL Escape.
I believe it.
We're so excited.
And Derick, I wanted to reference your book in the beginning. You got a lot of time on your hands. You and your binder. That's organization to its finest.
Well, one of the things when I wanted to film the vlog, because as I'm doing more and more cruises, I'm seeing more of what I notice people ask questions on. So I'm trying to do it in a way that
So you can go back.
people to film in a way that could answer people's questions.
I really like how the colors came out. That's really
I know,
cool.
I like that on that. So and one of them is we're doing the excursions. Never really booked exclusive excursions, but one of the free at sea offers from Norwegian, which they occasionally offer, is every port we can save $50 per stateroom for an excursion. So we chose that option, and we're doing 4 different ports. So we're going to 4 different excursions to try it. And my reference is the way they are advertised is that actually how their excursion is. So that will be our focus. So we get all the information of what they say the cruise is going to be, or the excursion is. Like we're doing a lobster bake. It's the Acadia National Park and Lobster Bake Tour, which is $150. So is it worth $150?
Better be some darn good lobster.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it too.
Yeah. So it was $99, but as it progressed longer in the window, they upped it to $150. So but those are the kind of things that we want to focus on filming, just get a little bit more insight instead of just.
Nice.
Are you-
He's very organized with his binder,
Oh
girl.
my goodness, with that binder. Are you doing any crazy excursions, like jumping out of a plane or like?
No,
We are.
Or,
more of a relaxing trip.
We're with my mom, who's 78, and although
She'll
she's
jump out of a plane too. She'll go bungee jumping and stuff.
although she's my drinking buddy in Vegas, I can't see her like going in the water with great white sharks or anything like that.
Get one good drink in her, she's good to go.
But we're doing
Like my mother.
that's what y'all do. Yeah. Drink a shark.
yeah, we're doing like a horse-drawn carriage ride through one town. We got the lobster bake. We have another city tour, and then we have the duck amphibian boats, the one that goes in the water. We have another one. So they're kind of a mild thing, but we just thought it would be fun just to.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like fun.
I think this time, maybe. No, I'm lying because we got guests coming. We got guests. But if we didn't have guests, I was gonna stay on the boat and just not do anything and just eat and see how the experience is if you didn't leave the ship and see and kind of relay that to people. If you don't want to leave, this is what you have to do. But
It's something relaxing.
yeah, well, with Rachel, there's no such thing as that. There's no relaxing.
Oh, I could relax.
No.
We haven't had it since last March, not this past March, but the March before. So it's been a while, and work's been crazy for both of us. So I think a nice, long, relaxing cruise, with the occasional excursion would be cool.
The thing that makes it tough is after D23, I had a period of 24 days, and of those 24 days, I only had 4 days off. So I started with 9 after I got back, 9 straight work days, and then I end with 6 straight work days before we go on our trip.
And you got the binder done in those little amount of days?
Yeah. that's why we kind of been from social media and that, because we're trying to get this going. But and then my last 5 shifts are 2 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, I just
So
been really
those are
busy.
pretty crazy shifts. But
Yeah.
I'm off early in the day that I can
Takes
get
a lot
stuff
out of
done
you.
if I have to. But it should be exciting. We're excited about that. And Alejandro Johnson, thank you so much for joining us. June rocking that Dulce and Gabbana.
Dolce.
Dulce.
Thank you, everybody, for watching our show and for the
Thanks for
support.
Thank you, guys. So
We're old people. We be sleep by now. What is it? 9:30? We'll be in the bed sleep.
I don't know.
Not me.
Yeah, me. I'll be watching an episode of Matlock or something and going to bed right after.
It's a Golden Girls.
Oh,
for
I'd
us.
be asleep. Matlock, I'm sorry. I never watched that show.
Barnaby Jones or something.
All right, guys. So, any final thoughts for you? And then, how do you guys like to close your shows?
No, and I want to say I hope you guys enjoy your cruise.
Yeah, that's first of all. Have fun on your cruise and make the best of it. Try to not vlog so much and get and kind of enjoy it a little bit. I would say. I also want to say I'm giving a shameless plug. A video just came out. Our video just dropped at 8 o'clock. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. So part 2 of our D23 excursion is out in YouTube today. So check it out.
Go on your cruise again?
We leave in 30 days.
See, yours is coming up too. So
I can't believe how fast that came, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not looking forward to it. There's always that anxiety that it's going to be over.
Yeah.
it's going to be a Halloween cruise too.
Yeah, it's Halloween on the high seas.
And yeah, that's going to be fun.
So we've done one before, but it was only 4 days.
4 days.
And that was way too fast. That was way too quick.
All right, Greg, any last thoughts that you want to say?
Get some sleep, Greg.
I yawn.
Yeah, you're running on fumes. You ever see that movie with Al Pacino? What was that? Insomnia?
No, work's just been crazy. And mentally, it just drains you really fast. But thank you, everybody, for being on the show. And, looking forward to coming out with new and exciting videos that we're going to be having. And just for today, don't forget what happened today. We try to make it happy and fun for everybody. So thank you for joining our show.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you.
We had fun. Taco-licious. Taco-licious.
Taco-licious. This is my name, Taco-licious?
No, Cindy said she's watching Taco-licious.
Oh, I thought her name was Taco-licious. I'm like, I love that name.
Corn. Whoever goes to Disneyland, try that corn.
Yeah, get the corn. Oh, one more thing before we leave. I got to say it. Right off property, I think it was 1.5 miles, there was a taco place Ray took me to.
Jim Boys.
Called Jim Boys. It was pretty darn good. And it's affordable. So if you don't want to pay $7 for corn, you can go check out this taco.
And you can watch our video and you'll see it. We'll talk about it.
Another shameless plug. Sorry, guys.
No.
You guys can
Thank
promote
you.
anything you want. Definitely.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having, and thank everybody who joined us. And we hope you had a good time.
And make sure you guys all hit that thumbs up before you leave out of here.
Thank you.
And make sure you subscribe. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, we are so honored that you guys are joining us again. We love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too.
We look forward to meeting you in person again.
Yes.
We'll hopefully have to try that spicy mac and cheese cone.
They'll have something different then. They'll have like a corn dipped in lemon heads or something. Just something weird next time. It's something crazy. Corn and Dorito.
The maple bacon churro. That would be another thing.
Bacon. That sounds delicious though. That actually sounds good.
I didn't into churros too much. It was okay. He tried it. I just saw the person making it, and it just kind of made my stomach turn just because I was watching them, and I was just like.
So eat the churro at Jim Boys. They actually stuff it with like some kind of cream cheese or something. It was amazing.
Oh wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was good.
Well, sorry we kept y'all longer.
No.
But thanks for everybody joining us.
Thank you.
Great.
And as we like to end our shows, as Walt Disney once said, we are just getting started.
Everybody have a nice night.
Take care, guys. Cruise night.
Bye.
Bye.
She gotta sneak her little stuff in there, bang.